Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to track WooCommerce orders and notify sales on Slack. So I run a business where I want to notify my team on Slack about the new order received from WooCommerce and even add new order details on the Google Sheet. So here my objective is, as soon as I receive a new order over WooCommerce, I am going to create the record of the new order and even notify my team on Slack about this new order. So for building this integration between all three applications, I am going to use an amazing automation tool, that is Pabbly Connect. So for building this automation, let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video we are going to learn how to track WooCommerce orders in Google Sheet and notify your team in Slacks. So right before you on my screen, you can see I have integrated three applications, that is WooCommerce, Google Sheet and Slack. And now I am going to show you how you can build this automation for your own business, so that whenever you receive a new order over the WooCommerce, the data should be added to the Google Sheet and your team get notification about the new order. So now I am going to show you how you can build this amazing automation for enhancing your own business. But before that, I am going to show you the real working of this automation. So for that, let's move on to my WooCommerce for placing a new order. So here you can see I'm landed to my online store where I'm going to purchase this product, that is RTX Mobile. So here I'm landed to my checkout page where I'm going to fill all these details. So now let's fill these details and place the order for our product. So here you can see I have filled my checkout page, providing email address as lovely@pabblytudes.com. The first name is Lovely, last name is user, and here I have provided my full address by providing the street address, city, state, pin code, and here I have provided my phone number as well. And at last I have provided my card details. Now I am going to just place the order. So here you can see my order has been placed. Now let's move on to my Google Sheet to check whether we are receiving the data over there or not. So here you can see this is the Google Sheet I have created, named as WooCommerce orders, where I am getting some of the fields such as full name, email, phone number, address, product and amount. And here I am getting the same details which I have recently entered over my checkout page in WooCommerce while placing the order for my product. So here you can see I am getting the same name, that is Lovely user, email lovely@pabblytudes.com, phone number, address, the product which I have recently bought, that is RTX Mobile, and its amount. So here you can see we are successfully saving our data. Now let's move on to my Slack account to check whether a channel message is sent to my team or not. So here I'm landed to my Slack account where you can see I'm successfully receiving the data which I have recently entered over my checkout page, having the order ID, the customer name, the product, amount and the shipping address. So here you can see that this automation is notifying my team as well with saving the records in Google Sheet. So you can also build this amazing automation by just using an amazing automation tool, that is Pabbly Connect. And for accessing the Pabbly Connect, you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/connect, and once you will enter the URL, you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly, which can be seen here. And on this page we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click over the sign up free, but if you are an existing user, you can simply click over this sign in. And if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Connect, you get 100 free tasks every month for practicing Pabbly Connect. Now before moving on forward, I am going to tell you about Pabbly Community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly Community where automation users, marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant update regarding using the Pabbly applications. So you can also join Pabbly Community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly Community, you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect again, and here I am going to simply click over this sign in as I already have an account. And once you finish your sign up, you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page where you can see the products provided by Pabbly. And as we are going to integrate our three applications, we will be using this app, that is Pabbly Connect, which can integrate different applications and start automating your work. So for automating our this task, we just have to access this Pabbly Connect by clicking on this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect, which can be seen here. And on this dashboard page, you can see these are the folders I have created. So if you also want to create your own folder, you simply have to click over this create a new folder button, and here you have to provide the folder name, and if you want, you can select the parent folder as well. And afterwards, you simply have to click over this create button and your folder will be created. And inside these folders, I have created my workflow. So now I'm going to create a workflow by integrating three applications, that is WooCommerce, Slack Slack and Google Sheet. So for that you simply have to click over this create workflow button and you will be getting the option for selecting the workflow builder. So here I am going to select this newly launched workflow builder beta, which is modern, faster and more flexible, and you can also select this another workflow builder which will provide you stable and familiar approach. So now let's click over this select button and select this workflow builder, and afterwards we are getting the option for providing the workflow name. So now I'm going to provide a name to my workflow. So here I'm providing it the name log WooCommerce orders and notify by Slack, and afterwards I'm going to select my folder as connect folder. Now we simply have to click over this create button, and here you can see we are receiving this pop-up which says workflow created successfully, and we are landed to a workflow page where you can see we are getting the option for adding the trigger. So now you might be wondering what is this trigger. So trigger is our first application or the application which is going to initiate our workflow. So in this case I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new order over my WooCommerce. So here I am going to select my trigger app as WooCommerce. So for that you simply have to click over this add trigger button and you will be landed to this trigger setup page where I am going to search for the WooCommerce, as I am going to select it as my trigger app which can be seen here. So I am going to select it, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as new order created. Now we simply have to click over this connect button, and here you can see I am receiving this webhook URL. So this is the webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect. So now I am going to copy this webhook URL and paste it over the WooCommerce. So now let's move on to my WordPress, as WooCommerce is a plugin of WordPress. So here you can see I'm landed to my WordPress account where you can see the WooCommerce on the sidebar. So I am going to select it, and on this WooCommerce you can see I'm getting the option for settings. So you just have to go to settings and you will be landed to the settings page of WooCommerce where you can see we are getting the option for advanced. So let's select it and you will be landed to this page where we are getting the option for webhooks. So you just have to select it and you will be landed to the webhooks page of WooCommerce, and here I am going to add my webhook. So for that you simply have to click over this add webhook and we will be landed to the page where we have to add our webhook. So here I have to provide the name to my webhook. So here I am going to provide it the name notification to Slack, and the next I am going to select my status as active, and the next I am going to select my topic as order created which can be seen here, and here I am going to enter the URL which I have recently received from my Pabbly Connect. So here I have pasted my webhook URL. Now we simply have to click over the save webhook for saving our webhook URL, and here you can see our webhook has been updated successfully. So with this we have added our webhook. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect again, and here you can see we are receiving this response, that is response A with the webhook IDs. So here we have added our webhook URL to the WooCommerce. Now let's move on to my online store and purchase a product to check it's working. And here again I'm landed to my cart, and now I'm going to buy this product, that is Radiant Glow Vitamin C Serum. So now I'm going to select it, and now let's move on to the checkout page of this product. So again I'm landed to my checkout page where I'm going to fill these details. So here you can see I have filled this checkout page where I have provided email address as smart@pabblytudes.com, and here I have provided the first name of my customer as Smart and the last name as user, and here again I have provided my address, and here I have added my card details. Now I am going to place the order. And here you can see we have successfully placed the order. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect to check whether we are receiving the response over there or not. So here you can see in my Pabbly Connect I am successfully receiving the response, that is response B, with the same details which I have recently entered while placing the order for my product. So with this we are done with our trigger app, and you can have only one trigger app. And now I am going to add some action steps, and you can have many action applications or action steps. So for that you simply have to click over this add new action step button, and you will be landed to this action setup page where I am going to firstly search for the Google Sheet which can be seen here, as I am going to add the order details in the Google Sheet, and afterwards it is asking me to select the app event. So here I am going to select my app event as add new row, and afterwards we simply have to click over this connect button, and we are landed to the Google Sheet connection page where we are getting two options, that is add new connection. So if you want to build a new connection you can select this, and here you have to sign up with your Google account, and if you already have an existing connection you can select this, that is select existing connection, and here our connection has been already chosen. Now we simply have to click over this save button and our connection will be built, and as I have built in the connection I am getting some of the fields. So the first field I am getting is for selecting the spreadsheet spreadsheet. So here I'm going to select this spreadsheet, that is WooCommerce orders. So I have already shown you the spreadsheet I have recently created named as WooCommerce orders, having all these fields, and I have selected this spreadsheet over my Pabbly Connect, and the next field we are getting is for selecting the sheet which is already selected, and afterwards I'm getting some of the fields which I'm going to map. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is the real magic here. Mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I'm going to map my all these fields so that they can be dynamic and they can be replaced with every new responses. So now I'm going to firstly map this full name from the response which I'm receiving from WooCommerce, as WooCommerce is my previous step. So here I'm going to map it. So now let's search for the name, and here you can see I'm getting the first name, so I'm going to map it, and afterwards again I'm going to search for the name and map my last name, which can be seen here. So I have mapped my full name, and afterwards I'm going to map the email. So now let's search for the email which can be seen here, so I'm going to map it as well, and afterwards I'm going to map the phone number which can be seen here. So here I have mapped my all these three fields. Now I'm going to map my another field, that is address. So here I am going to map it. So here I have mapped the street address. Now I am going to map the city. So here I am going to map my state as well. So with this we are done with our full address, and afterwards I am going to map the product. So I am going to search for the items which can be seen here, and here you can see the item name. So I am going to map it, and afterwards I am going to map the amount. So here you can see I am getting the pricing, so I am going to map it. So with this we are done with the mapping. So here we have mapped my all fields. Now we simply have to click over the save and send test request, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response which demonstrate that we might have built in the connection and our data must be saved to the Google Sheet. So now let's move on to my spreadsheet or the Google Sheet and check whether we are receiving the response over there or not. So here you can see in my Google Sheet, I am successfully receiving the data which I have recently entered in my WooCommerce while placing the orders, that is full name, smart user, email smart@pabblytunes.com, phone number, address, product that is Radiant Glow Vitamin C Serum, and its amount as well. So with this we are done with our first action step, that is adding the data to the Google Sheet. Now I am going to add my second action step, that is for notifying the team in Slack. So for that again you have to click over this add new action step button, and here I am going to search for the Slack, as I am going to send channel message over the Slack to notify my team, and here you can see I am getting this app. So I am going to select it, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as send channel message. Now again we have to click over this connect button for building the connection, and here we are landed to the connection page of Slack. So I am going to build a new connection. So for that you simply have to click over this add new connection, and again you have to click over this connect with Slack, and here it is asking me to enter the token type. So for getting the token type you just have to visit this help text which says enter the token type as either user or bot, or check the documentation to find out how to get it. So here I am going to select this learn more so that I can get the documentation which will tell me how to get the token type. So here you can say this is the documentation by using which you can get the token type, but here I am going to enter my token type as user. So now let's type user over here. Now we simply have to click over the save button, and here you have to allow the access. So I am going to simply click over this allow, and here our connection has been created successfully, and afterwards we are getting some of the fields again. So the first field I am getting is for selecting the channel ID. So here I am going to select my channel ID as WooCommerce orders. So now let's type WooCommerce orders over here, and here you can see I am getting this channel, that is WooCommerce orders. So I am going to select it. So in my Slack account you can see this is the channel I have selected. So now let's move on to Pabbly Connect again, and here it is asking me to enter the message. So here you have to enter the message which you want to send to your Slack to notify your team. So now I'm going to enter a message over here. So here you can see in my Pabbly Connect I have entered the message which I am going to send to my channel for notifying my team. So after this order ID I am going to map the order ID which I am receiving from this WooCommerce. So now I am going to search for the ID. So here you can see this is the product ID. So I am going to map it, and afterwards I am going to map my customer's name. So for that I am going to search for the name. So here I am getting my first name. So I have mapped it, and afterwards I am going to map my last name. So here I have mapped the full name of my customer, and the next I am going to map the product. So now I am going to search for the product. So here you can see I'm getting the item name. So I'm going to map it as well, and now I'm going to map the pricing of this product which can be seen here. So I have mapped it as well, and now I'm going to map the shipping address. So here I have mapped the street address. Now I am going to map the city, and the next I am going to map the state. So here I have mapped the state as well, and here I have entered some message. So the message other than map data is static, means it is not going to change with every new responses. And the next I am getting some of the fields which are not necessary, so I am going to leave them blank. Now we simply have to click over the save and send test request. And here you can see we are receiving a positive response which demonstrate that we might have sent our channel message. So now let's move on to my Slack account to check whether I am receiving the channel message over there or not. So here you can see I'm landed to my Slack account where I'm landed to this channel, that is WooCommerce orders, which I have recently selected over my Pabbly Connect, and here I'm successfully receiving the data which I have recently entered over my Pabbly Connect with the order ID, customer name, smart user, which I have entered in my WooCommerce while placing the order, and the next product name, total amount, shipping address. So here you can see our automation is working properly, and in this video you have seen how you can build an automation by integrating 3 applications and automate your all tasks. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Connect now and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating many more amazing automations like this. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. And if you want to practice this workflow, you can find its link in the description given below. And if you have any doubt, you can post it over the comment section. So thank you for watching this video. Not only this automation, you can build many more integrations like this by just using Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can post it over the forums.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Connect for free now.